This video is sponsored by Wildlife Command Center Coffee. More about them at the end of the video. Hey everybody, it's me, John Ward, and I am back with another Dark Park Film Reviews. And today we are going to be looking at my kitchen. Yep, that's my kitchen. It is not one of those pictures you put in the background when you use Zoom. This is my kitchen. And the reason why you're looking at my kitchen is because I thought I would be moving in the next couple months to a bigger and better place. And that's not happening. So I figured I would basically rearrange my apartment, just kind of give it a fresh look. And just kind of make it look different and going into the new year. And so far it's working. So far I'm liking what I'm doing. The cats seem to like it. They're playing all over the place because I've made it a wider and more open space. But for right now, you're going to be seeing my kitchen until I can kind of figure out where to set this up, which would probably be the bedroom, but I haven't gotten to that yet. So sorry, but it's my kitchen. I tried cleaning it up a little bit, make it look a little nicer than what it normally is, but it's just my kitchen. So, but today we will be looking at Zia Records purchases. And I have 8 DVDs. And that falls into what I normally like to do between like the 8 and 10. Today's the 30th. It is Friday. And I thought, you know what? Let's go have sushi. Let's do end of the year sushi. And so I did. And it was quite tasty. And then on my way home, I drive past Zia Records. And I said to myself, let's do an end of the year Zia Records purchase. Why not? Sure, why not? And so that's what I did. I mostly went in only trying to find Stephen King. And because I've been on kind of a Stephen King kick lately. And God, they were almost bone dry. They had a few films that I already own. I did pick up one, but just nothing really. Unless you wanted to get one of those collections. And a lot of those I already own, 1 or 2 I don't. So I didn't pick up any of those. So so I just kind of picked up other stuff. Luckily, these were cheap. They really weren't that expensive. Zia Records did have a sale, but it was just Christmas stuff. So these were all full price. No discount for me. But that's okay because I picked up stuff that I like. Now, the first film, as I know you're busy, you got stuff to do. So I'm going to stop rambling and telling you about my apartment and stuff like that. The first film I got is it is my all-time favorite zombie film. It is in my top 5 for one of my all-time favorite films, made in 1968, to give you a hint. And I already own a few versions of this anyways, and they all look good. Like they're all remastered and stuff. They all look great. But I want a down and dirty, grindhouse looking version of this film. And I want the film skips. I want the grain. I want the popping. I want the film skipping. I want it to look like the documentary that people say that it actually looks like. And to me, that's really the way to look at this film. Is a film that was, that came out in 1968, that was a documentary that was made of that time period. And we found it years later and it just looks junky. And I really like that look for this film, not all movies, but just this film. And you've probably already guessed what it is. It is the original Night of the Living Dead. So I picked this up figuring, okay, this has got to look like crap. It has to look like crap. It's Good Times DVD, which used to be Good Times Video when they were doing VHS. Excuse me. And I'm like, this has got to look like crap. And then I noticed down here when I got this home, digitally remastered. Okay, it's probably going to look good. It's not going to look like crap. And this is going to be one of those few times that I'm going to say, damn it, I wish this looked like crap. But I'll check it out. I'll see what it what it looks like. If it looks good, I'll keep it. If it looks bad, I'll keep it. No matter what, it's Night of the Living Dead. I'm going to keep it. So if it looks good, my search will continue for the crap version that I am looking for. So this is its side here. And we got the back. And I like that we got, there's our graveyard zombie up there. I do like the font for Night of the Living Dead. This is, it is a standard full frame film, so it's not widescreen, black and white, 1 hour, 36 minutes. And this DVD itself, this packaging came out in 2000. So I'm going to call it 22 years ago. So let's read what this film is about. I've no idea what this film is. So let's read what it's about. Inspired by Richard Matheson's novel, I Am Legend. Good start. This grimly realistic 1968 shocker revolutionized the horror film, followed by 2 sequels, Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead, and many imitations. So they're already starting this off good. They're mentioning Richard Matheson. They're mentioning I Am Legend, which is my favorite novel and my bucket list film to make one day. I like that they say grimly realistic, 1968 shocker. Once again, kind of giving it that it's kind of a documentary feel to it. Let's see. It begins as squabbling siblings, Barbara, Judith O'Day, and Johnny Russell Striner visit their father's grave outside Pittsburgh, a visit that becomes a nightmare when Johnny is killed by a walking corpse. Soon, Barbara and the resourceful Ben, Dwayne Jones, are besieged along with a family in an isolated farmhouse. As each new victim rises again to pursue the others in its relentless quest for living flesh. Writer-director George A. Romero has an unbilled cameo as a Washington reporter, also served as writer and an executive producer of the 1990 remake, directed by Maestro Tom Savini. So see, this is a great write-up on the back because it tells you what it is. It gives you that little synopsis, but it mentions, like I said, Richard Matheson, I Am Legend, grimly realistic 1968 shocker. Then we get into, oh, well, George Romero has an unbilled cameo as a Washington reporter. That's something to look out for. And then it brings up, that he was one of the writers and executive producers on the 1990 remake of Night of the Living Dead. And Tom Savini is brought up. He's brought up as a makeup maestro. And so this is a great write-up on the back. I'll probably keep this just for this. So let's look inside. Okay, so this is nice. So I do like the font. They could have done something maybe over here, like just have like a zombie. That would have been cool. Or the undead, since they're not called zombies in this film. They could have had something here, but I do like the font. I like the white. This is cool. So this is, it's the card that's put in here, the insert. I'll take it out. And it's made to kind of look like a lobby card. So, and it's got the chapters for the DVD here. And I'm noticing on the back, they show you a lobby card. And they look identical. Well, in a way identical, but you can get what they're trying to do. Let me move my hand over to here. There we go. So that's cool. This is a really well done DVD. I don't think there's any special features or anything on it. Might be some trailers, but that's about it. But yeah, I'll probably definitely keep this. So like I mentioned, I already have other versions of the film, of the original film. So it's basically, this is, except for when it came out on VHS, which I owned multiple copies of, this was the one that I think I picked up for the first time on DVD. And I was looking at this earlier, and this is actually Dimension. Excuse me. I figured it might be Delete or maybe Anchor Bay, but it's not. It's Dimension. So it's got a good cover on it. You know, the original film restored and remastered. We got, you know, Romero's signature there signing off on it. It's got a good cover. We're not going to totally get into this, but I just thought it'd be fun to show you guys. You know, we got its side, got its back. And so this is widescreen. The other one, this is full frame. This is widescreen. So it's good to have both. Yeah, this is, when did this come out? 2008. It's the 40th anniversary special, which is one of the reasons why I picked it up. 40th anniversary special features. There's 2 audio commentaries. There's a full feature-length documentary called One for the Fire. There's a Q&A with Romero called Speak to the Dead. There's the last interview of actor Dwayne Jones called Ben Speaks. Theatrical trailer, still gallery. Ooh, and original script. It's a DVD ROM. DVD script. So, and okay, so I like the disc inside. That's nice looking. It's got good colors, and I like the fonts and everything. And so this must have come out obviously right after Diary. So probably in between Diary and Survival. So there's our DVD there. There's Diary. This is Dimension Extreme. So I don't think I would have to look up what other movies are Dimension Extreme. Yeah, nothing on the back. So I don't know. This doesn't say Dimension Extreme on it, but Diary of the Dead does say Dimension Extreme on it. You can see if it's right up there. So this is definitely a disc to pick up. This is a good one. But like I said, I don't want to focus too much on these. The other one that I have is the 30th anniversary. So that one was the 40th. This is the 30th anniversary limited edition Night of the Living Dead. This, a lot of people hate. They really hate it. I have it as a collector's item, and I'm a completist. So this is the film where the minus George Romero, the other filmmakers from the movie, went out and shot all new footage and kind of made a new movie out of it. So they combined brand new footage with old footage, and it doesn't exactly work. Yeah, it doesn't exactly work. This is from Anchor Bay. The cover is interesting, I guess. I mean, it's just the same picture of the little girl from the cellar, from the zombie cellar girl. So I don't know if I like that. It's kind of Warholish in a way. There's its side. Not sure if did I show that? So yeah, so I like, just in case. So you can see on the back here, it's the 30th anniversary limited edition. They're coming to get you ... again. It's numbered. And this came out in, when did this come out? 1999. And it's got a lot of stuff on here. It's got the full frame presentation, 30th anniversary with over 15 minutes of new scenes, 1998 edition of the original 90-minute edit with all new musical score, 30th anniversary behind the scenes featurette, 30th anniversary theatrical trailer, 30th anniversary still gallery, audio commentary with some of the filmmakers, a scene from Flesh Eater, which is one of the like unofficial sequels, Dance of the Dead music video, and a 32-page 4-color collector's booklet, original motion picture soundtrack CD with over 50 songs. So So inside, so that's what the inside looks like. And it's kind of hard to see, but the little girl zombies right there. And what you get inside, oh, this is the so this is an insert. Yeah, this is the insert. And then on the back, it gives you the chapters for the old version and the new version. And then you get a booklet, which is pretty cool. It's actually a pretty thick booklet. That's talking about the making of this new version of the film. I haven't read it in a while, so I'm not sure if they bring up other films in it too, but all the pictures are from like the new film. So it's pretty cool. So if you go out to try to find this stuff, make sure it's in it. Like have like if it's at a used record store, have them pop it open. Make sure that this stuff is in it. So, like I said, I don't want to really get into all this stuff because these were not purchases at Zia Records today. But I think it's just kind of fun to check this type of stuff out. Gives you an idea of what you're going to get if you go look for it. So I think that's the last page. Yeah. You get the back. They use her a lot on this. So we'll put that right back into here. And then the other, and then you get the soundtrack. So it's a cool package. It's done really well. It's just something that, you know, I don't know if it should have been made or not, but why not? I mean, you always can watch this version, which is on here. So the other version that I have of it is and this is one of the only times that I want something colorized, is the colorized version of Night of the Living Dead. It says the classic is now in deadly color. And I think you can get to see there, yeah, that it's all color right there. There's its side. It's all the pictures in color. And this is brought out through 20th Century Fox, surprisingly. It's full frame. And it's black and white and color. So black and white is 1968, color is 2004. So I'm guessing that's when it was. Yeah, 2004 is when this came out. Not rated. Original full frame edition. Its special features includes an all new color version and restored. See, I can't even get the crappy black and white version from this. Restored black and white version. Audio commentary by Mike Nelson of TV's Mystery Science Theater 3000. And then Separated at Birth, zombie video, celebrity zombie game, and then vintage horror trailers. I've watched this, but I have not watched Mike Nelson doing his audio commentary because I don't know, to me, this film is just too serious to have like a Mystery Science Theater or one of those shows, make fun of it. I don't know. So I haven't watched it yet. I'm a little sensitive about it. Sorry. So let's take a look inside. Okay. Oh. Okay. So this is nice. So this is done differently. The insert. Let's see if there's. Oh yeah. Okay. So there's our insert. Looks a little different. And then on the back, it's got all the chapters. I'm trying to get it out of that light. And I like the disc. Picture from the movie, but it's not on the box anywhere. So that's nice. Somebody actually put some effort into this. I like the greens. I like all the colors of this. I do. It looks nice. So this is worth picking up. I like Night of the Living Dead in color, so I don't mind it. back in the day when they originally started doing colorization, when they did like King Kong and they did some of these other films, it was Hal Roach. And his big thing is that it would say like Hal Roach Studios, and then it'd be like a film strip, and it would say like now in color with like an exclamation point. He did one of Night of the Living Dead that was on VHS, and it said up at the top, "Zombies scream louder in color," and it had the it was more or less kind of like that picture on the front of the box, but in color, and he was green, and I loved it. I thought it looked great. It was so bad looking, so bad that I wish I could find it. YouTube says that, you know, people have put it up on YouTube saying that this is the Hal Roach version. I'm not sure about that because it could be any colorized version. So I would actually have to find that VHS copy and have that, because I absolutely love that version because it looks so shitty. I mean, it looked like somebody just took like a crayon or water paint and just painted the zombies. Like it was just looked bad, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I picked up this. The only other film that I have that's been colorized is Plan 9 from Outer Space. And that I have on a Blu-ray along with it in black and white. So I have both. And that surprisingly does not look bad in being colorized. Another version that you can get of it is, of course, the Criterion, the brand new Criterion one that came out, you know, like a year or so ago, you know, a couple years ago. And of course, this is the, you know, if you want the best, this is what you get. And I've got this for their Black Friday sale, and it was $20 instead of $40 because it was like 50% off, I think. And it looks beautiful. So this is, I mean, it's got, you know, a ton of special features on it. It's really nice looking. If I can figure out how to get it. Oh, there it goes. It slides out. So that's its front. It's a good looking front. There's its side. We got the back. And then inside has zombies on the front. There's its side, and then zombies on the back. And inside are the two discs that you get. And it appears to come with some sort of poster. There's our basement, our like cellar girl again. Man, they like using her. And then there's a whole thing on the back here that you can read about the film. So that's cool. And it kind of protects the DVDs when it's in there too. So that's Night of the Living Dead. At some point next year, maybe I'll do a video on Night of the Living Dead, all of its sequels, all of its remakes, all that type of stuff, and do that. But I just kind of wanted to show you, you know, the type of stuff that I got. So now the next one is, it's Ouija 4. And I guess the Ouija films never caught on like the Amityville stuff, how everything is Amityville. I guess this just didn't take off like that. There are, what is it, like Ouija Experiment 2, Ouija House. There's other Ouija films, but I don't think it caught on as well as the Amityville stuff did. It's not a bad front based on the terrifying urban legend. I've never seen this. So Ouija 4, and I like the phone with the Ouija board in it. I like that. There's an app for that. I guess they're talking about the Ouija board. There's its side and its back. This is ITN. So it's possible that this was not the original name of the movie. I know that they do change titles from time to time. 2015, not rated. It is widescreen, runs 87 minutes. So let's see. 4 friends are approached by a mysterious woman to complete the final stages of her deceased son's online game Ouija board. They readily accept the offer, only to find mysterious things beginning to happen as the game unleashes a ghostly nightmare into the world. So there's, I don't know, a ghost maybe. I think that's her there too. She's kind of looking a little beat up. This is a weird picture to put here. It's somebody in motion. It looks like it might be her from the back, but she's like a giant blur. Here we have the people playing the Ouija. And that looks like her again. So maybe, I'm not sure. So we'll take a look inside. So with these, I'm having to assume that since this is part 4, then this is Ouija 3, which I previously owned. I might have found this at Dollar Tree. Based on the terrifying urban legend, they both say the same thing on top. The Charlie challenge, sounds like this has a challenge in it too. Charlie, can you play? So I'm assuming that's Charlie. That's kind of cool. The tombstone is the Ouija board. And it says Charlie across it. Got like a crow down there. Here's its side. And its back. So this is also ITN. This is widescreen. It's 85 minutes. Came out 2016. I wasn't going to go through and read all these, but just to check to see how close it is to this, because this front is suspect. Well, I should say this is suspect because it looks like it's almost the same thing. I mean, it's got based on the terrifying true legend, Instead of a tombstone, it's on a phone. It sounds like it's the Charlie game. So let's see. An eccentric haunted house owner invites a group of hapless teens to play the terrifying game known as Charlie. Overnight in the many attractions his house has to offer. While the game is meant to be a mere spectacle of spooky fun, it soon turns into a nightmare, leaving the teenagers and the owner battling for their lives. Okay, I don't know. Maybe. Looks like it's made by 2 different people. So here you have like a woman with a shovel, got a clown looking all evil, and you got some people scared on the back here. So if this is 3 and this is 4, then I'm guessing they are meant to be, well, sequels to Ouija and Ouija Origin of Evil. So this must be 1, 2, which is a prequel, but 1, 2, 3, 4, is I'm guessing how they're doing it. Because I don't think the other ones like Ouija Experiment 1 and 2, Ouija House, Ouija Possession, all those, I don't think those are supposed to be part of the series. Like they're their own thing, I guess. This is a great double feature. So this is Blu-ray. It's got the original Ouija film, which is not that great, but Ouija Origin of Evil is really good. It is very good. And it's directed by Mike Flanagan. So of course it's good. He makes a prequel to a bad movie and just made this better by comparison. So it's this is definitely worth picking up. Here's its side, and it's got its little slip case there, which I like. So it's the same, and then you get each film. Nothing interesting, but you know. So these are definitely worth picking up, especially for the sequel. I mean, check out anything that Mike Flanagan makes. Anything. The next one is it's something I'm disappointed with. So I'm a massive Roger Corman fan, huge Roger Corman fan. I think Roger Corman is literally God's gift to Hollywood, and that's if I believed in God. So I guess that would mean that he's just a gift to Hollywood. But I've been collecting all of the old, what are they? The new Concord DVDs that came out, and more just for collectors' purposes. So I have those along with a lot of the like Shout Factory and Scream Factory versions that came out. And I found this today. I was very excited. And it's Piranha, the original Piranha, which I already own as one of the like Shout Factory, Scream Factory. I'm not sure which label it came out under. But this is the Roger Corman Presents. It's the Director's Series. It's the 20th anniversary special edition, and we got like a little piranha down there. Great poster. And there's its side, and then this is how you could tell if it's the original Concord DVD. So I'm picking up those that has that. There we go, that symbol on it, their logo. And there's the back, and it's got like a note from Roger Corman about the film. Here he talks about Joe Dante, and he talks about the film itself, 20th anniversary special edition, and rated R, 92 minutes. And the special features have, audio commentary by director Joe Dante and producer John Davison, never before seen footage of the making of Piranha, bloopers, outtakes, reproduction of original theatrical marketing guide, digitally remastered interactive menus, scene index, theatrical trailer, cast biographies, preview attractions, and this is why I'm very disappointed. Bonus booklet, The History of Roger Corman. There is no booklet. So I'm probably going to put this on and see if they maybe think it's like a booklet that you can click on the DVD and you can flip through it on the DVD. But the way that it sounds, bonus booklet, makes it sound like it did for like the Night of the Living Dead, where it's a little booklet and you can take it out and read it. So I don't know. I can't keep it like this. If that's what it is, it bugs me. So I'll probably just have to sell it back to Zia Records and just if I find another one, I'll just tell the, I'll ask one of the people there if they can cut it open and see if it's there. And if it is, I'll pick it up. But I don't want to keep it like this. It's incomplete. And that really bothers me, especially since it's Roger Corman Presents the Director's Series. I mean, you want it to be complete. So I'm very disappointed in that. Great movie, great cast, great crew, great film. So if you haven't seen the original Piranha, you definitely should. You should also see Piranha 2: The Spawning, because it's directed by James Cameron and has Lance Hendrickson in it. But yeah, so disappointed in this. I'm just very disappointed in that. So I think, just want to check a couple things here. I think I'm good. Okay. So then the next one I got was the single Stephen King. And this is the cut version, but I did pick up a copy of The Lawnmower Man. And this is the film that is notoriously known for, or infamously known for Stephen King suing and having his name removed. Because there's only two things that are from the Stephen King short story, which I believe is in Night Shift, is one, the title, The Lawnmower Man, and a person lawn mowing or mowing the lawn. which in the short story, it's not even a person, but there's like a creature that's mowing the lawn. So he removed to have his name taken off because originally said Stephen King's Lawnmower Man. And now, and I looked, he is not on here at all. I mean, his name is not on here at all. I mean, he made sure to have all his stuff removed. So, like I said, this is the cut version. And Scream Factory did release a Blu-ray that I think has this version, and I know it has the uncut version of it. Eventually, I'll pick that up. But for right now, I just wanted to have both Lawnmower Man and Lawnmower Man 2. So it says, one of the hottest science fiction films, ... It will blow your mind. And there's its side, back. And this is directed by Brett Leonard, who did a mess of films for a while, and then he just kind of disappeared. It is widescreen. And this is brought out through New Line Video. See if I can see a date on here. 1997. And it says the contents of this disc include, wow, it's very formal. The contents of this disc include, and it's the widescreen converted from the new high definition transfer of the film, audio commentary with the director and the producer, 12 deleted scenes. So there's your uncut version. On-screen interviews with the stars, star highlights showcasing separate clips from 3 other movies, edited animated sequences with original music, storyboard comparison, original theatrical trailer, cast biographies and filmographies, Dolby Digital multi-channel surround sound, and more. And this film has Pierce Brosnan and Jeff Fahey. It also has Jenny Wright, who just disappeared. She just faded away, and she was a favorite for a long time. Jeffrey Lewis, Juliette Lewis's dad, is in this, so that's kind of cool. So this version, the shorter version, is a mess. The longer version is better, which I think is over 2 hours. But I figured, you know what? It's Stephen King. I'm going to pick it up and just have it until I can get that longer version. So there we go. We'll take a look inside. Got a finger mark on there, right there. They didn't clean that very well. So side 1 looks like it's the movie, and side 2 has all the deleted scenes and stuff on it. So it's a dual disc, one side the movie, one side special features. Because I guess they had a lot that they just couldn't fit it on one side of the disc. So so Lawnmower Man. And which means, of course, if you have Lawnmower Man, you got to have Lawnmower Man 2, Job's War, or Lawnmower Man Cyberspace is the other title for it. And it says, God made him simple. Science made him a god. Now he wants revenge. And so this is literally one of the worst movies ever made. I think it's hilarious. A lot of people think Highlander 2 is horrible. This movie literally makes no sense. It is awful. It is so fun. It's awful. This is one of those, get a pizza, get some beer, and just get drunk while watching it. It's one of those movies that it's just, I don't know what they were thinking while they were making this. But I mean, yeah. And it even came out in the theaters. I remember seeing it in the theater and just thinking like, yeah, what the hell is this all about? So Patrick Bergin is, I don't know, I forget if he's supposed to be playing the Pierce Brosnan role or not. I forget, but he's kind of taken over that role. So that's Patrick Bergin. And then Matt Fuhrer is Job. And Austin O'Brien is in it, and he is terrible. If you're a Full Moon fan, you would, or Full Moonbeam, or just Moonbeam, when he did the film Prehysteria. He was fine in that. He is awful in this. He is really bad. And this is directed by Fahar Man, who I don't think. Oh wow, this says Clive Turner on it, who's the guy who produced the last few Howling movies. But I don't see him on here, so I guess he has nothing. I forget what he did. He did something. I'll have to look it up, but his name is attached to this for a reason. It's 93 minutes. It's PG-13. This one's rated R. And trying to find a date on here. It's all in those damn Roman numerals. It is PG-13 for sci-fi action, violence, and brief language. It's weird. I cannot. Yeah, they keep doing it with Roman numerals, and I don't know that high. So this is 97. The original is 97. So this has got to be something like 2000, 90, something like that. 2000, maybe 99. But its DVD features are widescreen version of the film, and full screen version of the film. 5.1 surround sound, stereo surround sound, English subtitles, theatrical trailer, and it's DVD ROM'd enabled. Ooh, it's got animated menus. That's exciting. The one thing that I do like with Matthew Frewer, is I love when people do, even if it's something like this, Stephen King stuff, and they do repeat like acting for Stephen King. It's one of those things that I think is just awesome when you just see the same people. Kathy Bates has been in like 3 Stephen King films now, 3 or 4. It's just great seeing these people show up over and over again. And sometimes it's great. Matt Frewer was Garbage Man in The Stand, which was great. Mick Garris. And then he's Job in this. So he goes from great to bad. But it doesn't matter. It's still Stephen King. And I love when actors do that, because it just shows how much they appreciate, Stephen King and, and his work and the movies and all that. So I think it's really, really awesome that they come back. Without having to look it up. You know what, damn it, I got my phone right here. I'm going to look it up. Let's see. Lawnmower Man 2.
Here are some pictures that match.
I don't want pictures. I want a date. 1996. 1992. So, okay. So 1996. Let's get rid of that. There we go. We got it. And then inside, they like using that picture a lot. It's on the front. It's on the insert. It's on the disc. What's on the... There's 2 cyber people having sex. And then it's, selecting the scenes. But if you want a good night, watch this. The next one is, I was on Facebook and somebody was giving their list for the best films of this year. And I saw a film called The Spore. And I kind of went, uh-oh, because I have my idea for something that sounds similar. And I found it. I found the movie. It was used at Zia Records. And I thought, well, wow, that was fast. And so it's got a really nice cover. It's called the Spore. And it says, it wants to consume us all. And I thought the pictures looked good. That's the only thing for the synopsis of the film. It just simply says, Earth's final plague will unmask, so it's timely, unmask us all. And it looks like we got a zombie here. We have a woman with like a gun, with like a shotgun. And then we have a blurry guy here and maybe a truck or a car. And it looks like a woman hitchhiking. Kind of a weird picture to put, but it is rated R for bloody images and language. Let's see, so it's a widescreen, it is widescreen and runs 92 minutes, and it came out this year, 2001. The special features are filmmaker commentary, and then there's the Spore random acts of filmmaking featurette and trailer. Oh, no, there is a synopsis. So this is just more of like an ad line. So here's the synopsis down here. I thought that was the credits. The credits are way down here. They're very small. And it's D.M. Cunningham who directed it. Lionsgate, looks like Lionsgate released it on DVD. So let's see. Okay. After an evil spore is awakened by global warming after lying dormant for eons beneath an ancient ice field, a horrific plague ravages mankind, sending Meadow on the run. Sending Meadow. Oh, I'm guessing that's a person's name. Sending Meadow on the run from crumbling civilization. When an evil spore is awakened by global warming after lying dormant for eons beneath the ancient ice field, a horrific plague ravages mankind, sending Meadow on the run from crumbling civilization. She gets a cabin, ... but is it abandoned? ? Now, 10 strangers attempt to evade the madness in a small town, with some succumbing to the hideously mutating fungus and claiming the survivors as their bitter prey. Sounds kind of cool. I'm glad I picked this up. It's just weird that I found it so fast, used. So, don't know if this is its original box, but I think I would have preferred this over here. I know they tried to do something different, but it's just so plain. You know, unless it takes place in the snow, give us something like a skull or a zombie that's in red. So I do black, white, red. That would look nice. Doesn't take much. I designed, my own DVD for Meat Massacre 4. I did it all by myself. Put it all together. It's not that hard to do. It's time consuming, but it's not that difficult. So I'm looking forward to this one. I like to watch End of the World movies on the new year, but this year I'm hitting a party. So maybe Sunday I'll watch this. That might be my End of the World Sunday. Another one that I found for really cheap, and I was amazed. I don't know, is a shark film called Deep Blood. And I was really surprised to see how cheap this is. It's from Severin. They're there. And normally Zia Records will take stuff like this, and even if it's used, they'll jack it up. This was really cheap. And it's a film by Joe D'Amato. And that's a great cover. That is a great cover. I've never seen this, so I have to question if this is even in the movie or anything similar to it, but it's a great cover. I've only heard about this film. There's its side, and then we got its back. So I noticed this. This is kind of lame. So they do this whole thing here, right? They put this shark in it. It's got blood all on it. And it says special features in huge letters. And it simply just says trailer. So you did all this work for trailer. Okay. I've been saying okay a lot lately with this type of stuff. So it's got a couple reviews. Let's see. My cat is making a disturbance over there. This film has such sights to show you, ... It may be the most jaw-dropping, what the fuck were they thinking, Italian killer shark movie of them all. That's not a bad review. And that's from Oh, the Horror. Does it look like I'm an angel? I got the little light up here. Go this way. Or it could be a UFO. There's a second review that says, if you thought Joe D'Amato didn't have a Jaws ripoff in him, then you don't know Joe D'Amato. And that's from B&S About Movies. Let's see. Color 90 minutes. I'm sorry, color 1999. Color 1990, 91 minutes. A lot of nines there. This originally came out, oh shit, this year. And I already found it used. Good. I mean, I got some good stuff tonight, I think. So it says here, let's see, the American DVD premiere of Joe D'Amato's Sharksploitation saga. So let's see what it has to say. In a career that forever raised the bar for anything from hookers, cannibals, necrophiliacs to Ator, Emmanuel, and Caligula, this long unseen chum bucket from producer, director, Eurosleaze master, Joe D'Amato, may be his most bizarrely entertaining, anomaly ever. Oh, there we go. Maybe his most bizarrely entertaining anomaly ever. Shot on location in Florida surf and Rome swimming pools, D'Amato combines 1980s teen movie cliches with Native American mysticism, with stupefying dialogue, over-the-top performances, and shark footage that Bruno Mattei would later swipe for Cruel Jaws to create what Oh, the Horror calls a weird, demented experience that begs to be discovered and embraced. A cast of local unknowns, along with inexplicably the 1960s comedy team of Charlie Brill and Mitzi McCall, star in this last word in Italian sharksploitation. So yeah, so what I've heard about this is that it's like an Indian, that like a Native American or something is in the shark. That's what I've heard. I don't know if I'm correct on that, but it does mention Native American mysticism. So I think what I heard is that it's like a Native American that's taking revenge. So then we got pictures back here. We got a bunch of people on the beach. That's a funny picture. There's blood in the water and the guy's legs are sticking straight out of the water. We got a guy holding up like a shark mouth, like the bones of the shark mouth, the jaws. And then we have two people here doing something. It looks like that might be dynamite. Could be, maybe. All right, well, let's take a look inside. Yeah, it's just the front. All of these films were under $10. All of them. I think some were like, a couple of them were like $2.99, $3.99, $5.99, $7.99. I mean, all of them were under $10. So I was very happy. God, they had to be Yeah, because I spent like $50 tonight, and I only had like a little bit in credit. And I bought 8 films. So yeah, these things were way under $10. So I think I got some great deals here. Now, the next one is one that I'm very happy to own because I know the person who wrote it. And that person is Ron Ford. And this is The Fear. So he talks about this on Facebook from time to time. And I saw it a long time ago. There is a sequel to it, which he had nothing to do with. But this is the one that he wrote. And I remember liking it. So when I saw it, I'm like, oh, fuck, it's The Fear. I got to grab that before somebody else does. And so I grabbed it before somebody else did. This is the Gold Series Collector's Edition. It says, he's whatever scares you the most. It looks like he's maybe made out of wood. Kind of looks like Sting. Then you got the side. Got the back. Ron Ford has made some cool movies. So if you don't know who he is, or if you know who he is, but you haven't checked out his films, you should watch them. They're fun. This is rated R. It's 96 minutes. It's listed as horror. And I want to say that's 1991 is when this was released. It does say written by Ron Ford right there. Try to get that right there. Let's see if there's nope, I don't see anybody else that I recognize. Oh, the music is by Robert O. Ragland. I like him. He did like the music for Grizzly and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, just written by Ron Ford. And we got some pictures here. So we got a woman having a hard time, guy pointing a gun, really old skeleton or corpse, and maybe like a man that's going crazy. So the lettering is kind of hard to read, but let's see. I'm going to give it my best shot here. Trying to get it into the light right. Okay, I think. Young psychologist in training, Richard Strand arranges a unique weekend of fear therapy to help a group of classmates and friends handle their phobias. But Richard's isolated retreat becomes a nightmare of terror when the group discovers an unexpected guest, Morty. I'm assuming that's Morty. A frightening wooden mannequin. Oh, I was right. He is made of wood. A frightening wooden mannequin who suddenly takes on a life of his own without warning. Sorry, it's really hard to read. Without warning, unfounded fear becomes deadly reality, with Morty seemingly always just a heartbeat away. This really should have been done in white. I mean, it's difficult. It looks bright there, but it's not when I turn it away from the light. It's hard to read it. It is is it manipulation or the supernatural? Question mark. Only those with the courage to confront their demons will survive. With a heart-pounding original soundtrack featuring artists like, can't pronounce that. I'm not going to pronounce that. Flatliner 2 and more, you'd better, I'm assuming they're bands. I just can't pronounce a couple of them or really see how they're even spelt. You'd better watch your back because Morty wants to meet you. You. So this is released by Apex Entertainment. Kind of boring. But I'm excited about the film, about finally owning this. And, Ron Ford's going to be on One Filmmaker soon. I asked way too many people and they all said yes. I figured some of them would say no. I guess that's a good thing. So I have a backlog of people to get to. And Ron Ford is one of them. Maybe I'll have him talk about this and Tiki. Because he seems to like this film a lot. So at least that's what I gather from Facebook. So I remember it being a good movie. Okay, our last film. We made it. Did we make it through all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm missing a movie here. Oh, 8. There've been some there. Dark Park Pictures mug. Good way to start the new year with Dark Park Films. Our next one. I am so happy I found this. I cannot believe this is only like $7.99. And I can't believe that. I mean, it's just like, what the hell? Who priced these movies? But I like Ridley Scott. I'm a big Ridley Scott fan, especially back in the day. Blade Runner is one of the greatest movies ever made. Alien, and of course, I'm a big Tom Cruise fan. So it's kind of a double whammy. And who doesn't love Tim Curry? Come on. And Mia Sara is beautiful. So there you go. You could probably already figure it out. It's Legend. And this I may be watching tonight. Because this is the ultimate edition of Legend. So it's a Ridley Scott film. It's got Ridley's signature down here. This is Universal. And it's cool is when you open it, so you got Tom Cruise and Mia Sara in his crystal ball. And then when you open it, it removes them. So then you can open the whole thing. But first, we're going to look at the back. So there's the side. There's the back. So this has two versions of the film, the director's cut and the theatrical cut. The theatrical cut, I'm sorry, the director's cut, which is disc 1, is 1 hour and 54 minutes. Both films are widescreen, both films are color. But the theatrical version is 1 hour and 30 minutes. There's almost 25 minutes of new footage added into the director's cut. The theatrical version still has the Tangerine Dream soundtrack, which is a really good soundtrack. But the director's cut has who was originally going to do it, Jerry Goldsmith. So that soundtrack is on the director's cut. So you get two soundtracks, which is pretty cool. So disc 1, and there's a lot down here on disc 2, so I'm not going to get into all of that, but disc 1 is the never before seen director's cut with Jerry Goldsmith's score, bonus material, audio commentary with Ridley Scott. Disc 2 is the US theatrical version with Tangerine Dream score, and there's all these things on here. There's the making of Legend, isolated score by Tangerine Dream, lost scenes, alternate opening, recreation of the fairy dance, storyboards, Brian Ferry's. Oh, Brian Ferry did it. Oh, that's right. Brian Ferry did a song for this from Roxy Music. He did a great song for Cronenberg's The Fly called Help Me. I am drifting far from home. Help me. Great song. Good video, too. Great song by Brian Ferry. The guy's voice is amazing. If you don't know him, look him up on YouTube and listen to some of Roxy Music and Brian Ferry solo. good looking guy too. I mean, it's one of those things that even though I'm straight, I mean, it's just like, fuck, he's a damn good looking dude. So you got a music video by him, photo galleries, theatrical trailers, TV spots, production notes, script to scene comparison using DVD-ROM. So there is a ton of stuff on this. I mean, no wonder this is the ultimate edition. There's a Tom Cruise and Mia Sara. The thing about this is from what I understand. So this film was plagued with problems. It was taking way too long to make. Tom Cruise, being the young guy that he was at this time, was getting very frustrated, and he was going to quit the film and the industry. He just could not deal with it anymore. And from what I understand is Tony Scott taught him patience. And basically, because of Legend being made and Legend being finished and coming out in the theaters and all of that, regardless if it did good or not, or if you like the film or not, or if you like Tom Cruise or Ridley Scott or not, it doesn't matter, is that Ridley Scott basically got Tom Cruise to stay in the film industry because of this film, which then the film he did after this is Top Gun, that he made with Tony Scott, Ridley's brother, which then made Tom Cruise a household name. So I don't know if that's necessarily true or not. That's what I read a long time ago when stuff was coming out about Legend and the problems of the film. I mean, it sounds kind of true. Maybe it's brought up in the documentary in this. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. So you can either thank Ridley Scott for, having Tom Cruise stay in acting, or you can hate Ridley Scott for having Tom Cruise stay in acting. I guess it depends on if you like him or not. But I like him, so I thank him. So let's look inside. I think both sides are the same. Yeah. So we go in it. And it's got both films. So director's cut, theatrical cut. I love having both versions. I will most likely only watch the director's cut of this, but it's nice to have both. Kind of like Lawnmower Man. It's nice to have both versions. Some people may like the shorter version. You never know. And these are good looking discs. It's nice that the discs are different. So, it does say director's cut and theatrical version, but it's nice that they put two different pictures. They could have just done this twice, just put that there and then just use, say director's cut theatrical, but they didn't. Once again, it's somebody being creative, which is nice. And then this just folds up like this, and then they go back and do his crystal ball. So there you go. So that's everything. Those are those 8 movies. And I think I did a pretty good job. I'm pretty happy with what I picked up. So let's recap. We'll just go straight back to Legend. So, which I really think I'm going to watch this tonight, the director's cut, because I've never seen it. I did see it in the theater when it came out with the shorter version. But man, Tim Curry in this film is just amazing. Then we have The Fear, Ron Ford. Then we have Deep Blood, Native American shark movie. The Spore, which sounds very interesting. I'm looking forward to that, about a fungus. Like I said, might watch this Sunday for my end of the world Sunday. Lawnmower Man, cut version, theatrical version of it. Stephen King. My disappointing Piranha purchase. Great movie, great special features. So bummed out about that book. Fuck. So bummed out. Goes into the pile. Ouija 4. Might be another Charlie, who knows? But, and then of course, my one of my many Night of Living Dead DVDs. So always worth having, I think, a couple copies of this. All right, that's it. We are good. So I mentioned this in my last video, and I want to say it again. Merry Christmas to everybody, or Merry Christmas post Merry Christmas. I hope everybody had a great time and a great day. Happy New Year to everybody. Please be safe out there. There's a lot of crazy people. I want you guys to be around next year. And thank you for watching these videos. Thank you for watching this video. Please remember to, like, subscribe, comment if you would like. I always try to return comments. And let's just build this channel up. I really appreciate it. I'm now seeing like once a week there's a new subscriber, so I love that. Thank you so much. And yeah, and I'll be able to do more if the channel gets popular. So once again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. And I will see you next year. So I already have my first video lined up, and I already have the first One Filmmaker, One Film interview done, which is with Roger Connors. So I'm going to take a week off. The first week of January, I'm just going to take off and be mellow. And then the second week, start all over again. So I guess that's it. So I will talk with everybody later. Thank you so much. And you deserve two buys. Thank you. Bye. I appreciate it. Bye. Hey, everybody. Thanks for hanging out after the video. And thank you for watching the very first Dark Park Films sponsored video. And who is that sponsor? Well, I've now learned if I do this with my hands, they go to the right area. There we go. That would be Wildlife Command Center Coffee, and you can purchase it right there. You can go to their website, which is BUYWCC.com, and pick up their coffee. They have 2 blends, which I'm going to show you now. The first coffee is this one right here. This is a breakfast blend. It's 10 ounces, and it is a medium ground. And it does say, and it's breakfast, like I said, and this is what it says right here. It says, early bird can catch the worm. So there you go, a breakfast blend coffee that helps you catch the worm in the morning. And I really like this one. I'm more of a breakfast kind of blend coffee guy in the morning. So this one I really like. It has that little bit of oomph to it to kind of get you moving, get you up and out. And so I really enjoy this one, but that doesn't mean that I don't like the other one, which is this one right here. This is a dark roast. It is also 10 ounces, and both of these are $7.99 at their website. Pretty good price for 10 ounces worth of ground coffee. This one is, it's a little darker, so it's, I think it's better for drinking at night. Maybe if you're, writing a screenplay, or if you're filming, this has got that oomph, that double punch to get you going. So this is one that I also recommend. I like both of these quite a bit, but I kind of do, the breakfast in the morning and then the dark more at night. So I recommend both of these quite a bit. And how did I find out about these two, these two coffees here? And how did I find out about Wildlife Command Center? Well, when I was working on Night of the Zomghouls, there was a box of coffee that was just sitting there, filled with coffee. And we didn't know what to do with it. Like, whose is this? Who brought it? Why is it here? And so we just kept going to the store and buying coffee. And then one day I said, why don't we just get the coffee out of the box and use that instead of, wasting money on going to Smith's or whatever and picking up coffee. So we did. We did not realize that it was the Wildlife Command Center coffee, and that it, was sponsoring the movie. And it was great coffee. Everybody loved it. and we just went right through it. By the last day of filming, this coffee was gone. And I went and found out, about Wildlife Command Center, asked if they would like to be a sponsor for Dark Park Films, for their coffee. As many of you know, I love coffee. I love coffee mugs. And so this was a perfect match. And Wildlife Command Center is great with animals. So they provide a great service for rescuing animals. So it's kind of that double whammy for me, where coffee, helping animals, you can't go wrong. And they were even cool enough to send me, get in there, a coffee mug, because they knew that I liked coffee mugs. And right now, I don't get that. A little bit. I'm going to go on the keyboard, but that's their dark blend, because I'm recording this at night. So I am actually drinking that while recording. Also, one thing that you can get at their website, which is cool, is you can get this. There you go. This pocket knife, which is $9.49. And this is pretty cool because it has their name on it. Wildlife Command Center, we can catch it. And this is what it looks like. Put that down there. There we go. Fully out. So you're getting like the bottle opener, you got the corkscrew, you got a screwdriver, you got a blade, and then you got this little hook thing that you could pop it into something that doesn't have a tab, and then the liquid or whatever in there will come out. So this is pretty cool. And I'm just going to keep mine in my car, because you never know. You might need a pocket knife. So please support them. I'm going to have links down below, where you can, check out just the Wildlife Command Center. I'll also have a link for Wildlife Command Center coffee. And it will basically be for both these guys right here. And please support them. I support them. I think what they do is pretty awesome. And maybe this coffee will be on your set or in your kitchen. It will definitely be on my set in my kitchen. I know that. So please, once again, I'm going to show you these. Please go to their website and pick up their coffee and make it part of your day or night, depending on which one you like. So that'll be about it. I really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me. And yeah, so thank you. And once again, please support my channel. Please support the Wildlife Command Center. And I will catch you later. Bye.